my name is Emma, and today I'm going to be reacting to some of the behind-the-scenes photos from Shadowhunters. For those of you who are somehow still unaware, Shadowhunters is going to be the new TV adaptation of the Mortal Instruments series written by Jocelyn Clary. You can find a ton of information on this adaptation online, pretty much anywhere, but the cool thing about Shadowhunters is while it is still in production and they're still filming, they have been posting a lot of behind-the-scenes photos, whether it's from the cast or the actual Shadowhunters accounts posting them or blogs, whatever it is, there are tons of photos, and today I just wanted to tell you guys my opinions on what I've seen from the show already. Now, I'm going to do my absolute best to link all of the posts, Instagram posts, blog posts, wherever I found these pictures from. They're all going to hopefully be in chronological order in the description. That way, I'm not stealing these photos, I'm giving you guys credit, and that way you can use these links to see those photos yourself or to go and look up more information on the TV series. Basically, everything is in the description. And obviously in this video, I'm not going to be talking about every single photo that has been posted by Shadowhunters because there is a lot. And I'm sure there's going to be tons more posted, but this is just what I've scrounged up for now, so let's get on with it. So let's start with the very first scene of the entire series, Pandemonium. First of all, this is one of my absolute favorite scenes alone, so they better not fuck it up because the movie scene was perfect. Okay, so with this first photo, I can already imagine the scene where Clary and Simon are walking up into the club and like it's flashing Pandemonium, demon, because you get it? Yeah, I am super excited for that. It also seems like it could be a real club, like that might be the actual sign outside of an actual club in New York City, which is cool. Then we have this shot of them outside of the Pandemonium club, which is super cool because I feel like it looks super like grungy and underground and somewhere where demons and downworlders would actually hang out. What bothers me about this photo, and that's something that I'm going to talk more about later, is that Clary is in all blacks and high heels. In the book, Clary goes to Pandemonium in like a t-shirt and jeans and probably Converse, so I'll get more into Clary's outfits later, but that kind of puts me off the scene a bit. And then this is just another shot of them inside, I'm assuming. It might be outside, I don't know, but it looks super cool with all the people crowded in it. I think it's going to be a really great scene. Something that a lot of people freaked out about on Instagram was Isabel's outfit for the Pandemonium scene. In the book, Isabel wears this super long white dress with these high-heeled boots, and like you literally can't see any of her skin, and it's supposed to cover her runes. And obviously in this costume, there's a lot of skin showing. Personally, I think this outfit is gorgeous. It's something that I would want to wear out to a club, to be honest. I think it looks great. It's not accurate, but it's a change that I can accept because it looks cool, and it's very Isabel, which is really important. And then in this next photo, she has a big coat on over it, so I'm assuming when she's actually in the club, she's gonna have the thing all zipped up so the demons and downworlders can't see that she's actually a shadow hunter. So I'm okay with it. I think it's gonna be cool, and like I can just imagine like when they get into like fighting the demon, she's gonna like rip off the coat and stuff. It's gonna be cool. And I also like the fact that it's still white and it's not just a completely different outfit. So while it is changed, there are different aspects of it that are similar to the book, which is very important. And then we have this photo of a demon, and I'm assuming this is the demon that they meet in Pandemonium. Number one, because it was posted around the time when they were filming episode 1, and 2, he's blue, or at least in the photo he's blue, but he looks pretty blue, and the thing about the demon in the book is that he had blue hair. I've read these books too many times. I have to admit I'm super underwhelmed with this demon. I think it looks very cheesy, and I understand they don't have a huge budget and they probably can't do a lot of CGI stuff, especially in the pilot, but it looks like a person in a costume. It doesn't look like a believable demon. Maybe they'll do something to it in editing where it does look better. But for now, I hope this isn't what all the demons look like in Shadowhunters. Let's move on to one of the next scenes, which is Clary and Jocelyn's apartment. I think their apartment looks perfect. I have nothing bad to say about it. We have like the orange couch and like the rainbow pillow and the bookcases, and then the paint on the wall is peeling, and I don't know, it just looks very like bohemian, like Jocelyn's supposed to be in the books. It just feels very Jocelyn and Clary Frey, so that's good. I also really like how they have the family photos, like of her and Simon and her and Jocelyn and Luke. I feel like it totally just puts a more real feel to it. So while it's such a minor detail, and there might not even be an actual shot of these family photos in it, I think that's really cool. This last scene, I'm assuming they're changing into Clary's apartment, so I'm assuming it's the Ravener bite that's going to make Clary pass out and start that whole scene. But you know, just him carrying her looks really great, and I like that angle of the apartment, so I thought that was a cool photo. Alright, this is totally, like, unimportant, but I love Chava Jones's setup. It looks like such a cool coffee shop, and I want to go there even though I don't drink coffee. I just like the twinkling lights over it, and I think it looks really cool, and I'm super excited for that scene, just from that one still. Another thing that's not terribly important, but I wanted to include, is Simon's van. Technically, it's Eric's van, but I think it looks perfect. In the book, they always say it looks like a rotting banana. And this looks like a rotting banana with graffiti, and I just love it. You can barely see it in this photo, but there is an angelic rune on it. So I don't know how that's going to play into the TV show. Because, you know, Simon and Eric, when they have the van, they don't really know about Shadowhunters. So I don't know how that's going to play into it. Maybe it's like a glamour that Clary and the Shadowhunters can only see. I don't know. But anyways, the van looks great. Alright, now we're moving on to the Institute. So this is the outside of the Institute. It's an actual church in Toronto, and I think that's really cool. I kind of like the church in the movie better, but that was all like CGI if I'm correct. I think it looks accurate though. I mean, the Institute is inside of a church, so it looks like a church. In this picture with Simon's van outside of it, it does look more abandoned than it does in the normal daylight photos of it. So I'm assuming that they're going to do just a little bit more to make it look a little more abandoned and not as nice as it does in the normal photos. But I think the outside of the Institute looks great, and I think it's going to show up really well on screen. Then we have the inside of the Institute. I'm assuming that this is the infirmary. I think it looks great. I really like the blue effects that they're putting on all of these Instagram photos. I don't know, I don't think that's how it's going to be filmed, but I think it looks really cool. I'm like really drawn to the architecture in the background of this photo, where there's like the windows and just everything about it looks so cool and so realistic. It kind of reminds me of the Institute in the movie, which is something that I liked because I liked the Institute in the movie. Again, this isn't really that important, but they posted photos from Jade Wolfe, which is the Chinese restaurant that the werewolves stay in. It's called Jade Wolfe, and it looks pretty cool. It looks like it's near a dock because it has all the loading crates. And I think with the smoke and stuff, it looks really cool. I haven't really heard if the pack is actually going to be in the abandoned police station like it is in the book, but regardless, they have the outside of the Chinese station, and it's a super minor detail, but I really liked it, and I think it looks great. Now we get into the Silent Brothers and Silent City. I think the Silent Brothers look so great. Oh my god, they look so perfect. They're like the epitome of Silent Brothers. It looks so great. They have like the runes carved into their forehead and their mouth stitched. It's perfect. And then we have all of the graves of previous Shadowhunters. I'm assuming this skull is supposed to be the Shadowhunter, but who really cares? It looks so cool. And then I guess this is just another still from a different part of it. But like the bones everywhere, like it literally is just a city of bones, and I couldn't ask for anything else. I know, I just want to show you a few pictures that confused me a bit when I first saw them. I wasn't really sure where this was going. First is the picture of Clary and Simon in handcuffs. They're never in handcuffs in the book. Now I do not understand how this scene is supposed to play into the rest of the adaptation, and I don't know how big of a point it's going to be in the plot. Clary already has a rune on her. You can see under the lapel of her jacket. So it's obviously after they meet the Shadowhunters, but I don't really know what it's doing there. I'm confused. If anyone knows anything about this scene, let me know, because I don't understand it. Alright, now let me go back to the point I said about Clary's clothing. I don't understand why in every single photo I am seeing Clary in black. They're missing out on the point that Clary is a 15-year-old little girl who likes jeans and flannels, okay? Like, she's not a Shadowhunter. It takes her so long to actually start training as a Shadowhunter, and it doesn't happen in the first book. Like, in this group photo, Clary wouldn't be caught dead in anything that low cut, and I feel like they're really changing her character just by her clothing. Like, she's just always in black and leather and heels, and that's not Clary. Like, it's super important to me that they keep the characters the way they're supposed to be, and it doesn't make sense that Clary has all this Shadowhunter gear, and, you know, she's wearing leather and, like, low-cut dresses. Like, that's not Clary. That's Isabel, but it's not Clary. Another thing about Clary is that I'm seeing these fighting photos of her practicing with like sword work and stuff with the other cast members. I love all the training photos, but I don't understand why Clary is training this way. Like, I understand that when you have a role, you need to be fit for it, so I would understand seeing Kat on like a treadmill or lifting weights, but Clary doesn't fight with a sword. Like, she doesn't fight at all basically until book 3. Maybe they're changing how intense the fight at the Demort is, but Clary doesn't know how to handle a sword. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, that's so important that she's so clueless and oblivious to this whole world. That's the point of fucking story, so I don't understand why they're changing it. Like I said, I can deal with little things being changed, but when you are changing a character's plot point, then I have a problem. So those are all of my reactions for the Shadowhunters behind the scenes photos. I cannot tell you how excited I am for this adaptation. I loved City of Bones in a different way, not in the way that it was accurate, but just the fact that my favorite book was brought to life, and now it's being brought to life again in a different perspective, and I am so excited. I'm going to be posting a ton of Shadowhunters related videos coming soon. I have tons of ideas, and I'm definitely going to get more ideas as more information gets passed through the interwebs. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon for a new video. Bye!